Have you ever wondered why some males seem to readily draw in the interest of, it's not about appearances with whatever lady they encounter, rank or wealth, it all depends on how they men who talk well of themselves have a secret weapon, and it isn't what you believe women are made to miss them by words, even when they won't be around for a while minutes. I'll show you precisely how you may communicate with a lady in a manner that keeps her considering you for a long time. Why pay close after you've said goodbye? 4 a.m. The influence of emotional regulation and first impressions focus, since this will alter the how you engage with women. The strength of first place will always come first. Impressions establishing the context for lasting initial sensations of attraction are the foundation of how high-value guys build a feeling of curiosity and yearning, yet here's the majority of males make the mistake of focusing. Trying too hard to win over a lady immediately, regardless of whether it's complete physical attributes, dramatic tales, or dazzling attractiveness. Yet great regard for guys understand that the first discussion is not about impressing her, but rather about making a faint but enduring impression on her. Keep in mind that the true key is how the way guys make women feel during the first interaction, that high-value guys are aware of, that women have considerably stronger emotional. They are more sensitive than males and can detect slight bodily language, vocal intonation, and even the energy you emit. So your mannerisms, even before you speak a single word, establishes whether she will continue to think about you long after the unsaid language terminates the discourse. Of self-assurance isn't anything. You may pretend that it's ingrained in the way how you see yourself and where you stand in the when a high-value guy enters any understanding that he adds value to the circumstance. His actions and posture are straight, are thoughtful, and he speaks calmly. He doesn't attempt to talk too quickly, via phrases, or saturate the atmosphere with every single thing he says is. This deliberate, leisurely pace does something strong that makes her pay. When you talk slowly and with focus, assurance it conveys to her, the subconscious that you're dealing with. Speech control confidence is not about being loud or aggressive. It's about women who are measured and intentional, are attracted to males who aren't feeling the responsibility to demonstrate their worth with each. When utilized properly, sentence silence may be one of your most valuable assets. Men don't mind taking breaks in discussion when there's a brief quietness, which allows the lady to process, that reflects and really absorbs. Your recent statement generates a "she'll want to fill the vacuum" and more. Most of the time, she will want to go on. The discussion to make you feel impressed. Women with emotional control are appealing, are programmed to look for safety and men's stability in high-value projects, emotional stability, by managing their responses if she makes fun of, give me a remark or a friendly challenge. Avoid defensive or passionate reactions. Rather, value guys are able to laugh about it, off, or perhaps transform it into a light-hearted their own difficulty, which demonstrates her that you don't get rattled easily, which is extremely appealing, and affectionate resilience indicators that you can manage pressure, which is a crucial characteristic of women. Look for, even unconsciously, in a spouse. Every discussion is a chance for, an important way for a guy to express. This is easy, or partly disclosed, the desires of our brains resolve. We get fixated with the items that are not quite obvious because we want high-value guys, employ them to figure them out. Using this to their advantage from the start, a high-value guy provides as soon as he talks. Just enough details to get her interested curiosity, but not enough to meet her needs interest if she inquires about your work job. A valuable guy may reply, "I like it," even if it's a bit complex. That little answer gives her more inquiries, indicating that she will consider him after playing back the exchange. She'll attempt to figure him out in her head. Want to learn more? and that's just what deliberately, what causes her to miss him ambiguity. It's important to be plan with a significant degree of uncertainty. Value guys don't shy away from inquiries. To be their use of ambiguity is annoying. To continue the discussion, it's about demonstrating enough but leaving some unspoken things, like if she asks about your interests or pastimes, engaging in leisure activities rather than enumerating every possible thing you might say. The project I've been working on is I will tell you about it. It's incredibly exciting. This sometimes makes her question what it is, and curiosity increases. Anticipate the next discussion, as she wants to hear the narrative. However, mystery isn't about being elusive. The goal is to provide a feeling of depth. High-value males are aware that they don't have to provide every detail, discussing their life in order to create a female. Actually, the less you divulge, the more intrigued she will continue to fill in the gaps with her creativity, and often her using your imagination will increase your more fascinating than you could possibly create oneself by chatting excessively. Tactical silence is another aspect of mystery. Understanding when to avoid talking in a lot of silence in interactions maybe. Some people find it unpleasant, but it's worth it. Men flourish when there is silence. Allow the silence to create some tension if you constantly fill in the blanks that never allow her time to reflect about. She believes that guys will appreciate her feelings. After delivery, give yourself some quiet time. An extremely fascinating assertion, or examine these fleeting intervals, not only make you seem assured, while also creating suspense. Consider posing a probing or provocative question, and instead of following up right away, you let there is a lingering quiet that forces her to more thoroughly digest the discussion, establishing an intimate moment with words cannot provide her. She'll keep that in mind dialogue far more vividly, because it was more than simply a verbal interaction. It wasn't playing the long. The thing with gaming patience is that it pays dividends. The secret is that it works best when, along with patience, you're not making an effort. In order to put everything on the table in the first encounters with high-value males, they recognize the importance of playing the long game. Often, a steady burn has more force than immediate appeal by exposing just you keep her a thrilling action you've taken in the last year. These kinds of inquiries push the discussion that goes beyond the obvious and make her consider her own feelings. By posing these kinds of inquiries, you're not only forcing her to consider her own encounters, but you're also establishing a relationship. She'll believe that you're sincere about developing a stronger relationship with her. This is uncommon in the fast-paced. This intensity of feeling in the dating scene produces a connection that increases her likelihood of missing. When you're not present, using narrative to arouse emotions is highly valued. Additionally, guys use storytelling as a means to evoke strong feelings, although they aren't just any story, but they're tales that are intended to provoke certain feelings. For instance, suppose you're attempting to construct you may share your spirit of adventure with her, about a vacation you went on a whim or experimented with something new and thrilling. If you want to induce feelings of vulnerability, you could tell a tale about a personal obstacle you overcame. Here, creating the story is crucial. You want her to be emotionally and relatably. When she hears you, you feel something. Talking to her isn't about impressing her, your achievements. It's all about making a sentimental bond that she will recall for a long time after the discussion concludes. As she considers the conversation later, she'll consider how you did more than simply say what you wanted her to feel. Constructing emotional appeals and a hook is a point in the dialogue. Something remains with her for a long time after it's above. These hooks may be made by an appropriate remark or light-hearted teasing, or perhaps a mutual chuckle. About high-value males has the ability to plant these emotional hooks throughout the discussion to make sure that she can recall them, like you may give her a praise that's distinct and particular, such as, "I 1600. The dynamic of push and pull. I adore your enthusiasm for insert subject that is uncommon to encounter the kind of passion. This kind of praise isn't, it's about her, not just how she appears. Character, which makes it far more significant. She will replay that praise later on. Fifth, re-engaging and conquering the craft of re-engagement timing is an important component of the procedure after the creation of the area. She will miss you, and high-value guys are thoughtful about how and when they timing is crucial when she re-enters her life. Too much contact might suffocate the attraction, but if you wait too long, lead to the loss of the emotional bond. The ideal guys are high value, equilibrium,